Welcome, Thrones fans, grudge match supporters, and everyone pissed that Ghost didn't get a single head scratch in his goodbye from Jon. Seriously, guys, all we wanted was something like this scene from Season 4. You had 18 months and $90 million, for fuck's sake. At the risk of spending an hour asking why the producers hate animals, that's a video for another time. Instead, I'd like to discuss where the hell this series is going with its final 2 episodes. With the White Walkers seemingly gone, Game of Thrones is firmly back in grounded territory, focusing on its human relationships. Episode 4 hinted at many things from Queenslayers to reunions, and of all the reunions we've enjoyed over the course of this series, few have been as anticipated as a fateful reunion between brothers. Separated since Season 1, fans will be rejoiced to know that after Episode 4, it's looking highly likely we will get our reunion. That's right, fight fans. It looks like CleganeBowl is on! Beyond this paragraph of dialogue lie spoilers for Game of Thrones up to Season 8, Episode 4. So if you don't want to know who lost their heads this last episode, you better skedaddle. Otherwise, you're gonna find out it was Missandei. On that depressing note, let's begin. After Episode 4, it seems at least 2 things are very likely. Episode 5 will be a fun throwback to Season 4's Adventures of Hound and Arya, and the Hound is headed south to murder his HGH-filled zombie brother, the Mountain.
You know who's coming for you.
Popularly referred to as CleganeBowl by book and show fans alike, it pits the oversized brothers Gregor and Sandor Clegane against one another as a rematch to their interrupted fight in Season 1. Behind this atypical sibling rivalry lies a single childhood trauma. As kids, the Mountain held the Hound's face to the fire for playing with one of his toys. This led to a lifelong fear of fire for the Hound and a lifetime of cruel actions by the Mountain. Though each was thought dead at the end of Season 4, each found a way back from death to deliver one hell of a brawl for expecting fans in Season 8. While we're all excited to see these 2 legends of Westerosi combat smack headfirst into one another, there is a deeper importance to this battle than the title card would have you believe. The ramifications of this family feud could very well determine who finally sits upon the Iron Throne. Not so much if the Hound meets his maker, but rather if the Mountain falls instead. Sandor Clegane is a valuable asset to the side of the Angels. His brother's worth to Cersei's cause, however, is invaluable. Since Season 5's conclusion, the Mountain has been the last line of defense between Cersei and literally anyone else. He's brained, beheaded, and raped people.
Shame.
And even pulled one guy's skull and spine out, like he's auditioning to be a predator. All in the name of Cersei Lannister. If Dany has any chance of removing Cersei peacefully, that road goes straight through the Mountain. Not only is Gregor Clegane a massive human murder machine, easily the tallest and largest human in the show, thanks to his poisoning and Qyburn's resurrection in Season 4, he's effectively a zombie. While very vague on what type of undead we are dealing with here, his Walker acne and his ability to understand words places him squarely between the blue-eyed whites and the one-eyed Beric Dondarrion seen in the show. If the Mountain is anywhere near as hard to kill as either of these 2 examples, Cersei may never be removed peacefully, if not for a Hound. Sandor Clegane is the only man in the show still alive to walk away from a fight with his mountainous brother. Their childhood encounter earned the Hound a lifelong fear of fire and began a sibling rivalry to match any in fiction. CleganeBowl is a fantastic resolution to Sandor Clegane's character arc as it allows him to conquer 2 lifelong foes in one, his brother and fire. Multiple times over the seasons, we've seen how deep Sandor's fear of fire runs, and how completely immobilized he becomes at the worst times. After being grilled by his older brother, Sandor Clegane refuses to tolerate the fire, whether it be a weapon or a healing aid.
No fire!
We've seen character after character throw themselves in front of fiery danger while the Hound stood paralyzed, yet none of them could spur him to action, save one. Whether through Cersei's personal supply or from Drogon's face, I expect lots and lots of fire in and around King's Landing in the coming episodes. If CleganeBowl sees any fiery interruptions, it could easily cause the Hound to stand dumbfounded, as it's made him do every season on the show. When this happens, do not be shocked to see Arya step in to protect the Hound, as so many others have done. With the mountain soaking up damage like a zombie sponge, Arya's winning streak is immediately in jeopardy. Surrounded by fire and his youngest friend in mortal danger, Sandor Clegane finally has had enough. He charges down his mountainous brother, either with his body or flaming weaponry, suffering fatal burns and wounds in the process. Where edged and blunt weapons failed, fire undoes the mountain because he's a zombie. And even a man who knows nothing knows.
We can destroy them by burning them.
That's right, Jon Snow. Now go pet your dog. Sandor's triumph over his two biggest mental blocks completes his character arc and allows him to die in peace. His final act, a direct defiance toward the fear that has governed his actions for far too long. He passes under the mournful gaze of the young woman whom he kept safe more than once, having killed his brother, and finally having found happiness. Clegane's passing only fortifies Arya's resolve to finish her reason for being in King's Landing. Now she just has to beat Jaime to it. So that's how I see the long-awaited CleganeBowl unfolding. What I want to know is, what do you guys think? Are you excited to see CleganeBowl? Do you think there'll be a little fire, or do you think there'll be a lot of fire? Will CleganeBowl be just another tease, and we'll find that the mountain gets killed by Drogon droppings hurtling towards the ground? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you one and all for tuning in and making it this far into the video. Without you guys and gals watching, I would not be here, so thank you tremendously for that. Remember to like and subscribe if you had a good time and are thirsty for more. Until next time, beautiful people, good luck in your day and Godspeed.